What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty, back again with another video. And it's been a while since I've done one of these, but essentially we are doing a financial audit of DSP Gaming and checking out where our boy Phil is for the month of April, and also do a comparison month to month for this year to see how is he faring and how is DSP React either helping or hurting Phil. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to do a comparison of where Phil is for 2023, so January 1st all the way up through April 30th, and compare it to how he did last year and see if he is comparable, doing worse, or doing better. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at what Phil brought in for the month of April. So in total tips for the month of April, Phil brought in $4,622. For super chats, he brought in $1,765 for a grand total of $6,387. It's typically a little lower than, well, no, actually, it's a little bit more than what he brings in, just by a little bit more, actually. And real quick, I'm going to do a comparison of March. So in March, he pulled in $5,677. And then February, he pulled in $5,918. And then in January, he made $6,938. And most of that was at the beginning of the year where people still feel generous. And he said his first 10 or 11 days, he usually does pretty well with tips. He did worse this year than he did last year, but still, it was okay. So as you can see here, he started off the year making $6,938 for January, $5,918, a bit of a dip of almost $1,000, and then in March he made $5,677, yet another dip, and then in April he pulled back up. He made a little bit more, so it looks like he bounced back and made about $700 more. And that could be because, of course, he didn't have the detractor community on his butt, calling him out for everything that he does, because of course you guys know most of us were taking a brief vacation, not on purpose, but it's still a vacation. Like, I know myself, I was gone for about a month, so I can account maybe some of this extra interest and cash due to all of the detractors that were on vacation not hitting our boy DSP. So I'm gonna go with that. That makes me feel good. We'll see if that holds up for next month, because most of the content creators are back, and we are back on the grind, making sure that we hold DSP accountable. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he does in May. Alrighty, so the big question most people have is, how did DSP do overall for 2023? And if we pulled in our numbers, we will see that in 2023 so far, from January through the end of April, Phil has made $17,744 in tips. In super chats, he's brought in $7,347 for a grand total of $25,091. So, I mean, for most people, that's pretty darn well. 4 months of streaming and playing video games. Hey, man, that's almost a quarter of, $100 grand. So, most people would be very happy with that. But of course, DSP classifies himself as a business, and as such, claiming that you are a business, the purpose of a business is to grow every month, every quarter, and every year. So of course, I wanted to do the analysis to see if that was the case for DSP and to see if he's grown. So far, we have the numbers for 2023. Now let's compare them to 2022. In 2022, this given time frame, Phil made actually $23,504 in tips. That is, he essentially made 24.6% more than he did this year. So he's at a negative for 2023. He's down 24.6% of his tips. That's not good, Phil. That's that's a big number. That's a big number, Phil. And there are a lot of things that can contribute to that. His content being stale. Him starting his DSP React content, but that really didn't start until February, and then in January, he kind of right out the gate started struggling. I mean, he had an okay January, right? But it wasn't as good as he did the prior year. And then February, March, it just doesn't look good. And these totals, mind you, they include the tips and the super chats that he received on DSP Reacts. So essentially, these are his tips and his super chats for both channels. Now, I'm not including memberships. I'm not including any of that. I'm not including ad revenue. Again, these are solely just tips and super chats, because of course, those are the two big drivers for Phil. That actually is what drives Phil's overall income, are tips and super chats. So that's my focus here. So for 2022, from January to April, Phil pulled in $7,470 in super chats. Now, for that given period in 2022, Phil pulled in $9,991. So that's a difference of negative 26.5% of his income. So he's again behind on super chat. Now, for the grand total for the year so far, January to April, Phil's pulled in $25,091 for 2023. Compare that to what he made last year, which was $33,495 for that same 4-month period. And as you can see, that is a dip of 25.1% of his income. He is below his mark from last year, and that's huge. I mean, it's not a couple percent off, like 5-10%. I mean, we're talking about 25% of his income, of the bulk of his income. So you know, you can look at that and try to think, okay, what's going on? Is it because, I mean, I think it's a couple things. I think it's a lot of his whales that were previously there, like OIC, Jack Raxer, folks that would actually sponsor certain game playthroughs and give Phil a good amount of money, aren't there. The only one that's consistent is 1 Minute Man. That's really it. And everyone else is just, you know, like Game Trucker does the React content. He always comes in to drop some money there. Lisa Lou always supports the big React projects or whatever that he's going to do. And then you have your occasional whales that stop by from time to time whenever he drops a whale call, and they come and they drop some donos to, you know, bump up his support. I do think DSP Reacts has something to do with it. It definitely has, because you figure he spends about, what, 2 days of not gaming. Well, about a day and a half, because no, I'm sorry. So on Fridays or Saturdays now, he does the React content for at least one stream, and then once a month he does the big React project, which he did yesterday, which turned out pretty crappy and pretty bad. You know, it could just be the content that he's doing. I mean, his React. I mean, he's always so late to the game. I mean, everyone is doing something new. Like tier list was the thing that people were doing last year, and now Phil found tier lists and is now trying to incorporate doing tier lists in everything he does now. He's always late to the game, and I think that's partly it. I mean, the React stuff, it's been done, and the bad thing is he's reacting to old stuff. Nothing is new, you know. And even his reviews on the DSP Reacts, that's old stuff, to be honest. Who cares about your opinion on the Justice League? That movie came out how many years ago? Anyway, so it's a bunch of different factors, but I do think that it is impacting DSP gaming overall. So yeah, I mean, these are big numbers, and I'm pretty sure Phil knows this. Hopefully he does. Well, we all know he doesn't really keep track of his income or his figures, but if he did, he would see this and it would raise a red flag. It would definitely raise a red flag for me. So the other thing too is that I wanted to look at the Social Blade for DSP. So we need to adjust this a little bit just because of the recent changes that occur with his channel. So we all know he went ahead and deleted almost 8 months worth of content, his podcast content, because he was getting copyright ID strike. which was about, I think it was for a total of about 300,000 views that he deleted from his channel. So essentially it actually no, it let me see here. Yeah. It was about 300,000 views. Actually, you know, give me 1 second. I can actually confirm what that number is because it's on Twitter. Someone did the analysis. I believe Game Face. Let's see. Gamer Face actually tweeted about it the other day. And I think he said 375, I think. 375,000. Was it 375? Hold on. Bear with me. Okay, sorry here. Our boy Gamer has a lot of tweets. So. Alright, I think it was 300,000. I think that's a fair number, just based on the volume that based on the volume and the numbers I was seeing. So as you can see here for April, he pulled in a whopping 269,000 views. Now you can add the 300 which he deleted, so that would put him at, let's say, 570. If you want to be generous, let's just say he deleted 350,000 to get him to about 600,000 views. Let's just say that to be generous, that he made 600,000 views on DSP Gaming, right, for April. In March, he pulled in 628,000 views, total views for DSP Gaming. In February, he pulled in 640,000 views for the month in February. And then in January, he had a little bit of a up. It was 741,000 views, which is still dog crap. It's still shit. And then even going back in December, November, October, September. Yeah, he averages about 600,000 views a month, which is terrible for a channel of his size. He should be making double that. And I know that I've talked to you guys and I've shared my information, my analytics. I'm a channel with 10,000 subs. I pull in double that a month using his content. So there's something wrong. There's something going on here with Phil and his content. And I think a good deal of it is that DSP React content. Some of it is that he has lost pay pigs. They're gone. A good deal of them, and he has to replenish those dents and those whales. So I know Mio's been gone for a while. I haven't seen OIC. I haven't seen Jack Rackster. Yeah, I mean, you got your Lisa Luz. You got your Snow Carl with his dollar tips every day. You know, it's just not cutting it. So anyway, yep, we will definitely keep track of this. You know, we'll do it every week just to do the weekly analysis. And then at the end of the month, we will do one big monthly review and then talk about the channel, his views, and just kind of show that, yes, this is a dead channel. And to tell you the truth, May's views are going to be even worse. And you know why? Because he deleted those 350,000 views, which you not only delete your views, you delete all the analytics, you delete all the recommendations, you delete all the positivity from those videos that help you in the algorithm. They're gone. And the thing is, these aren't old videos, these are current videos. So YouTube's algorithm, YouTube looks at that when they determine who they're going to bump up in the algorithm. And I'm guaranteeing you right now, Phil's views are going to be even worse. They're going to be more than worse than what he pulled in. He may be hovering probably at 400,000 or 500,000 views for May, so it should be interesting. So definitely keep up, watch my channel. I'll do something similar again in May 1st. No, not May 1st. June 1st, I'll do it for the month of May, and we'll see how he's doing. So hope you guys enjoyed the content. Peace out.